Hello, welcome to Topper Machine. I'm Josh Topper. So many of you know that I've been growing the business and expanding and picking up new equipment. Well, today is another new machine day. And the new machine is actually a very old one. And that comes because of another local shop closing up, owner retiring, and I got all of his work. Now, for this work, I needed to buy this machine, and it's a very unique piece of equipment, and I really am excited to try it out. Oh, and look, here it is. I just picked this up. This is an early 90s Victor DC 2400 duplicator. It's a copy torch, and it just uses a pattern. I'll move the camera in now. So just a quick explanation of how this thing works. This is like a pantograph, and it'll just follow a pattern around. And this is where you put your pattern. The guy I bought it from was running a round pattern. He was cutting out actually 6-inch plate, cutting circles. I don't know what for, but and you can do that with these. These things are awesome for that. You can cut whatever thickness your torch will cut. I could switch it over to a plasma torch, but that really limits the capability. With the torch I have, I can probably get 3/4 inch. So with this, I can get up to the 6-inch cut easily. I run Oxy-Propane just because up until recently, I had the worst gas supplier in the world. I had Praxair, and I'm so glad to be done with them because now I can actually get gases when I need it. We got a new supplier in town, and they're great. And this actually uses a magnetic stylus. So this is a drive motor in here that drives this stylus that's knurled, and you just put it up against your pattern and turn it on and let it cut. So pretty cool. Let's get this thing set up and start cutting out the first parts for the job I got. So the job today is to cut out about 30 of these. And this is the pattern that I got from the shop that closed up. The owner retired, and I bought the pattern and bought all of his drawings and everything for this job, particular job for this customer. It's a very proprietary thing. I can't really tell you what it is, or how to build it even, but I can show you cutting this out, and we're going to try out our new cutting torch here and just see how it all goes. So we're pretty much all set up. I got everything lined up where I need it. You're probably noticing a wardrobe change. Well, as a job shop, you've got to be ready for anything, and the phone rang. So I had to tear down what I was doing, move things, and I had a rush job come in, and I'll show you that job right here. So this thing is an arbor for a large wood planer that actually uses carbide indexable inserts, 175 of them. And the bearing got screwed up on the one end, and they can't get parts for this, so I had to rebuild the bearing surface for them. So now that this thing's all set up, let's light the torch and see if we can get her to cut. Lower the torch right down. Looks like I can turn my speed up quite a bit here. Well, having never used one of these before, we had a little bit of problems there in the beginning, and then I dialed her back and got her cutting just beautiful. I mean, that's a beautiful cut. Well, let's go ahead and try the cut on the outside here. I got her moved over. Silas on the outside there. We'll get her cutting. Well, I'm really happy with the way that's cutting. I mean, who needs a fancy $30,000 CNC to do a job like this? I mean, 200 bucks well spent. Well, there it is. Other than that little screw up there in the beginning, and I still got some playing with it to do to get the heat just right, but it looks pretty good. And I think I can pop that back corner off. There. There'll be some slag to clean up, but looks like that's going to do the job. I'll go ahead and move her down, get her set up for the next cut, and we'll see if I can do any better. Well, that cut went a lot better. I didn't have so much blowback right there at the start of the hole, but now you can see that'll be a problem all around until I'll get used to it and figure it out. So I'll go ahead and set up and we'll cut the big cut. So I can see with any of this stuff there's going to be a learning curve, but I'm going to have to probably scrap this one, which no big deal. It's first time using this thing, got to learn it somehow. Otherwise, once you get her dialed in, she cuts pretty good. All right, so here they are. This is the first one. We got pretty ugly down in here. But I think this one will be usable. And this is the second one, and we had some problems when we started out on the back side. This one might be scrap. And then here is number 3. And a little bit right there, but that one looks really nice. And then 4, I just got it out. I'm pretty much out of oxygen. I got to go get another bottle, but I will get more gas and I'll continue cutting, and I'll shoot some more footage for you guys to mix in with the rest of the video to make it entertaining and interesting. But this is a pretty cool machine and I'm very happy with it. So I'm really happy with this, the Victor DC2400. It's a duplicator or a pattern machine or whatever you want to call it, but it just traces out a pattern and it does a beautiful job. Once I get my torch dialed in where I'm happy with it and where it's cutting good, I think this thing's going to cruise through the material and be rather efficient. And for $200 that I paid for it, I'm not going to complain. Like I said, my neighbor paid $30,000 for his plasma table that'll cut 3/4 inch plate, but he's had nothing but problems with it from day one. He's had the factory reps out working on it. So for me, this is ideal. This is absolutely perfect for the onesie twosie stuff. I make the patterns, they can sit on the shelf for years, but I'm never going to have to worry about a corrupted computer file. Old school technology still proving itself useful in the modern world. And on a happy note, I delivered the last lease bottle I had with Praxair today. Took it back, and I have terminated my account with Praxair or Linde Gas. That Rice Lake, Wisconsin store was run by complete morons, and I've had nothing but problems with them for years. I've switched over to a new gas supplier, and I'm so happy with that. So moving forward, moving up, and improving every day. So until next time, get out in your shop and get it done right the first time.